Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Raf once again, and today for you I have a shoe review slash detailed look of the Air Trainer 1 Travis Scott, or the Cactus Jack Air Trainer 1s, whatever you want to call them. I acquired these yesterday off of a Facebook group that I'm a part of. These are currently going for under retail or retail on the secondary market. First off, I'd like to have a little chit chat about the history of the Air Trainer 1, and then I'd like to get into the two extras that this shoe comes with, because I think they're actually, well, one of them is super interesting. And yeah, let's get right into it without further ado. So the Air Trainer 1, originally released in 1987, originally designed by Tinker Hatfield, the legendary designer that designed all of the Jordans from 3 to 16 or 17 if I'm not mistaken, and a couple others after that. This shoe is basically intended for multi-purpose use, so cross-training. This was the really first shoe to invent that sort of genre for sneakers. Basically when McEnroe, which was the star tennis player at the time, along with Andre Agassi, basically when he came out of parental leave, he just had a child back in the 80s, and when he came back he wanted a brand new type of shoe that hadn't been done before, and Nike delivered. And the funny thing about these is that the Air Trainer 1 was only a prototype back when McEnroe tested it on the field. They basically gave him a bunch of prototypes, a bunch of shoes actually, to test out, and they actually weren't supposed to give him those shoes because of the prototype status, and he ended up liking them the most out of all of them. So that's the Air Trainer 1 as we all know today. When McEnroe initially got him, he just thought that this was a shoe that had everything he needed, because this shoe is intended to play tennis in, to lift weights, and to just play overall any sport pretty much. And this shoe is super interesting because it's based off of a version that was specially designed for McEnroe. He actually won 2 tournaments with the ones that he was handed by Nike, and he refused to let him go. He refused to give him back, so he asked for some more, and they basically gave him 2 versions. They gave him the clay version and the grass version, so they have 2 different outsoles, and this one is actually based off of the grass version. So without further ado, I'd like to get into the extras that come with the shoe. We have this shroud right here, and the reason I have this set up right here is I have 3 shrouds. I actually have one that was put in there by mistake at the factory, I guess. This one is the one that belongs on this shoe, but I actually have an extra size 9.5 that wasn't supposed to be there. So unfortunately for some poor guy, gonna be missing a shroud. But that's what it looks like. It has super cool instructions on it on how to fold it. Basically the concept is to fold it when it stops raining, because this is made for rain, for bad weather, and you're supposed to store it in there once you're done. So that's what it looks like. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of like an army type of, like an MRE, a meal ready to eat, if you know what that is. I used to watch a dude, I think his name is Steve or Steven. He has basically a channel where he just reviews MREs, and if you go on his channel, I'll try to link it down below, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about, like where I'm going with this. But that's what came up to mind first. You have these super cool details: Cactus Jack, Cactus Corporation, and you got the size tag right here, which is why I say it kind of looks like military inspired. I think it looks super cool. And it's made out of this like stretchy kind of material, definitely weatherproof. Well, not waterproof I'd say, but definitely like bad weatherproof. So I'll put this aside, and one thing I like to point out is how satisfying it sounds when you remove it. It actually sounds super high quality, which I'm super happy about. Take a listen. You can't tell me that's not satisfying. So I'll take this off completely. Super satisfying to do, man. I love doing that. So that's what the shoe looks like. It's the Air Trainer 1, like I said. And let's get into the materials right now, because they're super interesting, and this shoe has a lot of cool details I like to go over. So it's primarily made out of this corduroy type material. It's like super plush, super quilted. It feels really, really nice to the touch. You have this kind of like, I don't know, like plasticky sort of material on the swoosh, unlike the gray haze version that was actually just an outline, which is why I didn't buy those. I really like the colorway, but I thought they would have been so much better with an actual swoosh. And what I really like also is the fact that the buttons, like, they stay exposed when you rock them, and they're this like super cool hardware. They look really cool and they feel really good also. You can tell it's not exactly cheap, which is surprising for Nike. And right here you got sort of this it's kind of like coated in some sort of like synthetic material, but it definitely feels like some kind of hardcore mesh, like some ballistic mesh, some heavy hardcore rugged stuff. But these were inspired off of some hiking boots, if I'm not mistaken, so that makes sense. And you got some of this corduroy right here and right here, just different colors, and you got the same materials up front right here. And also it's like super grippy, it's super weird. And you got this perforated suede right here and on the tongue as well. Wrapping around the shoe, the medial side, probably my favorite part around the shoe, the reverse swoosh. It's made out of this I don't really know, it's like plasticky as well, and it has some like ribbing, so some nice detail to it. Now you got some of that synthetic material right here. You can hear how scratchy it sounds. And the suede is not really, I'd say it's okay, it's passable. It's definitely not like that hairy suede you get on some designer shoes or some more high-end stuff. But I definitely feel like it fits what this shoe is made for, which is like rugged terrain. I really wouldn't take it in rugged terrain, like I wouldn't go hiking in these, but that's what this shoe is intended for, sort of. I got the strap right here, got Cactus Corporation, which basically brings me, I forgot to show you the box, but you got Cactus Corporation right here, and the box kind of gives me off-white vibes. And also I got these in my true size 10.5, which is what I recommend doing for the Air Trainer 1. And right here you have sort of this I don't know, sort of like this patch, I guess, this stitched on patch, rubber patch. It says Cactus Corporation in rust pink. And also the colors on the shoe are rust pink and light chocolate. You got the midsole right here. You got an airbag in it, of course. That's why it's called the Air Trainer 1. And you got a zipper here, which I really wouldn't recommend playing with. I don't think it was intended for that. The zipper is like super cheap, and besides, you can't really put anything in there. Definitely not YKK or Talon zippers. If you know, you know. But yeah, speaking of the outsole, which is what I wanted to get into, the outsole. So like I said, this is not a regular, let me get that out of the way actually. This is not a regular Air Trainer 1 outsole. Like I said, this was modeled after the, sort of like the shoe that they gave McEnroe when he requested some more. This is for specifically a grass court. And you got the US patent number right here and the rust pink Nike sign right here. US patent number 3793750. So this is super reminiscent of like the waffle outsoles of the 70s that Nike is known for, at least back in its early days. And even now, when Nike releases waffle stuff, people go crazy for it. And the tongue, that's true, I wanted to get over the tongue, and the laces. So you have these rope laces, which also leads me, I also forgot to show you the extra laces that these come with. They come with these just these plain brown laces. It looks black, but it's definitely like a dark shade of brown in the Nike baggie. So yeah, the laces, you got some pink and black speckling, as well as some little bit of white. You got the Cactus Corporation logo right here in rust pink over that perforated suede. And let me unlace these for you guys so I can show you the little stash pocket. It wouldn't really be a Travis shoe without the stash pocket, am I right? So let's get this out of the way. Let's hope this doesn't give me too much trouble. There we go. All right, so the stash pocket. So it's made for the little shroud that comes with the shoe, as I've pointed out. And honestly, man, it's just kind of hard to open up, so I think I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to it doesn't want to cooperate, so for now I'll just leave it like that. But just to point out, the material is super silky inside. You got this super smooth material, very nice to the touch, and also very deep, so you can actually store some stuff in there. It's not a little gimmick like this. But yeah, a little pocket for narcotics, like Paul Cantu would say. Let me close that up. Here's the size tag. And these were postponed as well. I don't know if you guys knew. I didn't until I read about them. These were postponed because of the Travis Scott tragedy, of course, that happened, but we finally got them. And at the back, of course, I forgot to point out this sort of like ribbing on the top of the heel portion, and as well as the inside. Got Nike Air right here, and on the left shoe, if I'm not mistaken, it says Cactus Jack right here. So I think that's going to be it, guys, for the review slash detailed look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed showing them to you guys. I hope you guys have a good evening, a good rest of your evening, and I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you. Have a good time.